Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great, and welcome to this new video right here on Sunday on Bitcoin. We're going to do a full update. Now, the price action, as you can see from Bitcoin here on the 1 hour time frame, has been very stable for the entire weekend, which was also to be expected. I mean, this is in general pretty normal price action over the course of the weekend. I mean, we've seen that before. This was last weekend, for example. We had a bit of a grind up, but ultimately, you know, it was relatively stable, and obviously we had a long weekend, so this is quite normal. Yesterday we had a little bit of heightened volume right here, but we never really got a breakthrough, and ultimately that is also what we are waiting for, right? I mean, the main takeaway of yesterday's video was that we are either waiting for a real reclaim of this level right here at 108.5, where we have the 382 fib. But you can see even better what we have right here. We have a single print right there, and just in general, it's kind of we want to get back into that area to find some sort of a balance. So either a breakout above 108.5, which would obviously be the preferred scenario for me being a perma bull, or, you know, for some more clarity, because ultimately clarity is the main thing we're looking for, and that is what we're going to get. However, the way that we're going to get that is something you should be prepared for. So we'll talk about that a little bit in this video as well. But it's either that or a break below 107.8, right? If we break down below 107.8, you can see at this point of time, look, this was the previous balance, and you can see we're now finding very tight balance right here in the middle of two bigger balances. So if we drop down below 107.8, then we're back into that previous balance right here. And then if you zoom out, this was basically one big deviation out of balance. And then you know, I think we need to start talking about going lower into potentially 103.5, or even lower, just towards the low 100s. And fundamentally, that is also possible. I mean, first of all, we do not have any major economic data necessarily coming out next week. Yeah, FOMC minutes, but that's you know, that normally doesn't do that much, although it is important. And then Thursday, Friday, we also don't have anything major. So obviously, like the trade deals and the tariff situations and how that all plays out, that matters. But fundamentally, I mean, that could go both ways, right? That could also be a positive, could be a negative. But there is a potential of getting bearish news to drop down all the way lower. That's what I'm trying to get at here. So yeah, so that remains the main thing that we're waiting for. And at this point of time, I don't really have any bias, right? My bias is to wait for that confirmation. I had a little bit of a bullish bias yesterday to reclaim 108.5 and you know, remain stable up there. But for me, it's like a 60-40% divide, right? So I think we have a 60% chance to reclaim this level right here, 40% chance to reclaim this level right here under 107.8. And for those of you who are saying to me, well, this way you're always right, because you can say we can go up or down. Look, that is being a trader, all right? The prices can go up or down. That's the truth. All right, the main thing that you should be ready for, and the main thing you should know is, all right, when is there enough confirmation to know which one of the two is going to happen? And that's what I'm telling you in these videos. Now, outside of that, also a little bit of an update on, if I can find it real quick, a little bit of an update on those dormant Bitcoin. As some of you know, on Friday, we heard about $8 billion of Bitcoin being moved for the first time in 14 years. Here you can see that at this point of time, first of all, there's no indication that he or she is going to sell. And then second of all, there's also a rumor, or at least there's these conversations that it was possibly related to address upgrades, moving from 1 dash addresses to BC1Q dash addresses. So that potentially he just had control of all of those Bitcoins and just did not sell. So if that's the case, this does not matter, because then it's just in a different wallet. But yeah, so that's so that's a bit of an update on that. I will keep you updated on the price action of Bitcoin, not only in these videos, but we'll be back with a middle of the day market update later, but not only in these videos, also on X. So make sure to follow me there at cilinixcrypto. But that's it for now. Thank you for watching. Take care and bye.